Hey guys, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to pop in real quick with a layout share video of all the layouts that I made during the month of August. I was very productive. Some of these I actually don't know if I can share them with you because I think they're for stuff that's coming out in September, but click subscribe below so you don't miss out on those process videos and other fun stuff that's coming out. So if I can't show you now, you'll definitely get to see it next month, but you got to be subscribing or follow me on social media as well. All those links are below. So to get started, this is layout that I just made today, actually. I'm using up a bunch of bits and pieces that have been on my desk. I just kind of wanted to create something for myself, not use a sketch, not do a challenge, nothing for a design team. It's just something that I made for myself using these photos of my daughter wearing dresses that I had when I was a little kid, which I think is really funny. And what I kind of wanted to do was get the photos of me wearing those dresses when I was a kid, but they're at my dad's house, and I don't think he has a scanner. So since we can't go to his house because of coronavirus, I can't get those pictures of myself. So I just put the two of these. They were not taken on the same day. They're probably like a couple weeks apart, but I just put the two of them on the same page. So I kind of tried to mimic this little banner that's going on down here with the twine up here at the top and this little embellishment cluster. And then I did a couple embellishment clusters down here and added 3 different colors of Nouveau drops just for something extra. The papers are Simple Stories, Recollections, Bloom Street. I've got some Vicki Boutin washi tape here, some of the Simple Stories Kate Nash embellishments, Amy Tangerine. Just kind of a mishmash of stuff that that I wanted to get off my desk. I didn't want to just throw it away. They're like scraps, but I wanted to be able to use them for something. So that's what I created. I also just did this layout for my August 29th live that I did in the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group. So if you are not part of that group, definitely check it out. There are lives scheduled every week, multiple days a week. I've got another one coming up on September 10th, so you're hearing it here first. This is one that I made using cut files from Paper Issues. The cut files there are always free, and if you're shopping in the store for anything else that is not free, use my code LARS to save 20%. So the cut file, I actually printed out on my home printer and then fussy cut it out. I did the outline of it and then also the interior portion of it so that it's this sort of like triangle tree paper is in the center, and then this polka dot paper is the outline. And then I added a bunch of Pink Fresh, Cocoa Vanilla Studio, Amy Tangerine. You probably saw some of the pieces, recognizing some of the color schemes and patterns from the page that I just showed you. So this is what I created the 29th, and then just the other day, or yesterday, whenever, I made that other page using the leftovers that were on my desk. So here's one that I am super excited about. This is going to start off like my coronavirus documentation. So I had this photo of myself. I got a new haircut in the beginning of January, and I wrote a little bit down here about like my thoughts in January and what I'd hoped to achieve this year. I made a vision board. I used a cut file from Scrapbook Cards today. That was free from their site. And again, I printed it out on my home printer and then backed it with patterned papers. But I also have this Persnickety Prints timeline of coronavirus. So I kind of wanted to juxtapose, like, this is where I was in January, but this is where the world was in January. So I created my own little photo flap thing using a spare 4x6 photo sleeve from a larger 12x12 pocket page. I just cut it out and then I adhered it with some super strong glue, like sticky glue strip, and I put it right there. And that's that layout. I'm really excited with the way it turned out. Of course, now I have to, make sure I insert something on this side that's only a single page, but we'll get to that when we get there. I made this one, again, sort of documenting coronavirus and my husband teaching school online. We wore his school shirts and took a picture to send to the kids just to show them, like, hey, your teachers are still thinking of you. And, they always like to see our daughter because I think she's really cute. So this is one that I made with a bunch of like random bits and pieces, some Authentique, some Photo Play. Again, this is like the same twine that I've had in my stash for like 10 years and I'm still using it up. I can't believe it. Another coronavirus layout. So this one is a 2-pager. So I took some of the photos that didn't really have specific stories. Like I had some other photos of the empty grocery store shelves. These two of me working from home. I could have made a layout about that, but instead I just decided to grab these 4 photos and use the Persnickety Prints timelines, the one that they created, and then this blank one where I filled in stuff that was happening. And just kind of give a taste of like, all right, this is what's happening in March, just in general. This kind of like starts the March coverage and all the other March photos that will be coming after it. And I titled it, "And So It Begins," because that for us here in the US was really when things started to kind of go crazy with coronavirus. So yeah. So this is one that I did, another 2-pager, and I was doing a Kiwi Lane, watching a Kiwi Lane live, and it was a sketch challenge. So this is my take on that sketch challenge using some Doodlebug. These are photos, winter photos of a big snowstorm we had in December, and I purchased this kit from the scrap room specifically for these wintry photos. So I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This was for one of the challenges, like a Scrappy Telephone challenge in the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group that was happening during Camp Paper Issues earlier this month. So I was given a layout and I had to create my own take on the layout, and then this layout was passed on to the next person. It's really fun, Scrappy Telephone. So if you want to participate, they do it often in that Paper Issues group. So definitely join in on the fun. This was another challenge from the camp. We were all given a song lyric and we had to interpret that into a layout. So I did this one, and just a picture of my daughter at McDonald's with Ronald McDonald. And I included some burgers, a soda, and some French fries, along with some wintry themed papers. I have had this layout in my stash for a long time. I had the basic gist of the layout done. I was just waiting for pictures, and I was going to do it for pictures on our honeymoon, actually, and I forgot that I had already pre-made this page. So when I had these pictures of my daughter riding a bike for the first time after her birthday, I knew I was definitely going to use this. I added a couple extra pieces into it just to kind of create more of a diagonal. So the title is Easy Peasy, using some simple stories. I had this bicycle in my stash with this little cloud. I had these pieces down here as well. And then this bicycle tag that I added in. And I think I added in these stars. And I think maybe they'll love it and done that as well. So anyway, this was a very easy one to put together because it had already been put together. I created this one for a Freaky Fast Formula Challenge in the scrap room. I don't think I shared it up on the blog, but this was really hard to do because of the sizes of the papers and just trying to figure out how everything should go in the best way, and also trying to find all of the embellishments that I wanted to use. So I think it turned out okay, but it's just a reminder that like creating isn't always easy and everybody has sort of off days, that's for sure. This is for the scrap room sketch challenge. I love these photos of my daughter climbing this inflatable slide and going down it all by herself. So I tried to keep the photos kind of going up in that climb motion. And then here's another one I did for a challenge somewhere. I can't remember where, but I did a little bit of splattering in the background and then just used up some leftover pieces from different papers that I'd been using. Again, you're seeing a lot of like Pebbles, Live Life Happy, because that's what's been on my desk. Simple Stories, Kate Nash, because that's what's been on my desk. There's also some Heidi Swap Old School on here. And again, this is for a different challenge. I think maybe Let's Get Sketchy. I don't remember. But again, Pebbles, Chamel, Simple Stories, all things that have just been on my desk. Like I just have them on hand so that I can grab them and use them and bring them into other layouts, even if it's not something that's like specifically with all those collections. I like to mix and match my collection. So if I have stuff that I'm really enjoying using, I'd like to keep it on my desk so it's easily at hand. This was another one for a Paper Issues challenge, the Take a Breath challenge. So you had to use a lot of white space. This printed paper was kind of perfect for that, with a cluster here and a cluster down there, and then just kind of left it open with some splatter in the middle. This one I loved doing for the camp paper issues. Now I can't remember what the challenge was, but it was just so much fun. I die cut a little rainbow here, did a lot of splattering, used a lot of paper strips and some washi tape. This was fun. I really enjoyed this one. And then another one for the camp paper issues, the Stargazer challenge. I used some star pattern paper and a bunch of the Elle Studio stars. I can't remember where these flat star stickers came from, but they were something in my stash. So this is just a photo of my daughter. She took of herself on Christmas last year, and I just decided to use it for this layout. Another one for the Camp Paper Issues. This was a sketch challenge. I kept it pretty simple and pretty standard to what this original sketch was. These are photos from my birthday last year. My daughter helped me make the cake and we went out to dinner. So I just wanted to get that stuff documented, and some of the pieces in the Pebbles Live Life Happy collection were perfect for the birthday photos. Another one for Camp Paper Issues. I think we had to pick like 5 elements. And so I did like yellow, blue, circles. I can't even remember, thickers and something else. But I really love the way this one turned out. I did some stamping with the stencil to create the background, did a little bit of splattering. And then the circles, some of them are puffed up on foam tape, so it gives a nice dimension to the page. I really need to be doing more of like these mixed media backgrounds because I love the way they look. And especially with something like this, where it was, again, kind of hobbled together from just random bits and pieces in my stash. Great way to use up pieces that you otherwise aren't using. This was the one I did for my live earlier this month. So if you missed out on that one, you can still catch the replay in the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group. But I punched this piece of paper and then backed it with the Bloom Street paper to kind of mimic. There was I think it was a scrap lift that I was doing. So the original one had some really cool like pattern thing going on down at the bottom. And I just ended up creating my own. And I used circles because they're pictures of my daughter scootering. Here's one that I created, just a 2-pager. It was just for nothing, but I used it was Echo Park, I think, the Disney-themed collection, for photos taken at Six Flags, but I think it still works. We've got a banner at the top, here, down here, and we used some of these cool sticker tags because, you know, even though Six Flags isn't as magical as Disney, it's still a fun experience, and we had a really great time being there. This was my take on the Let's Get Strip Face challenge in the Paper Issues group. This is up on the blog, so definitely take a look at that. And I have a process video for it too. So that video is available for you to watch for more info. The Boo Bunch is also up on the blog. This was another, I think, a sketch challenge for Paper Issues. So this was my take on the challenge using lots of big hearts and just photos of the kids at the library dressed up for Halloween last year. This is another challenge. You Are My Sunshine at Paper Issues. So I kind of used these cool orange straws to roll the paper away. Used a lot of yellow and titled this Last Rays of Sunshine because we got the sunset going on behind us when we were playing at the park last year. That's up on the blog. This one's up on the blog too for more info. This is just a fun photo. I got this pattern paper at the Stampin' Scrapbook Expo last year and I knew it was going to be perfect. Cookie Monster paper for a picture of me with Cookie Monster. Here's another one that's up on the blog. This was for the Danielle Does It Live challenge in Paper Issues. You had to stamp your own background, so that's what I did here. I did cover up most of it with these pattern papers and some of the embellishments, but I really like the way it kind of just peers out from behind all of this stuff. It was really fun to kind of put this together and create it. And I did this actually when we had no power at our house during the tropical storm, and I still managed to create, you guys, which is pretty amazing. And then this last one I have to show you is the Monochromatic Fanatic Challenge over at Paper Issues. So for the month of August, the color challenge was purple, and I just grabbed everything purple in my stash. I even ordered a couple extra pieces, like the Chamel Chamel Sparkle City, because it had some of the purple embellishments in it that I knew would just be kind of perfect for this photo of me channeling my inner Britney Spears at a place called Camp in New York City. It's a toy store, and it's pretty cool, and they've got this like secret back room, but you have to go to the right Camp store to get the secret back room. Not all of them have it. Anyway, it's a long story. But this is up on the blog as well. So those are all the layouts that I have to share with you. I didn't count them, but it's a pretty hefty stack. So, yeah, how many layouts did you guys complete this month? And if you're having trouble creating layouts, definitely come join the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group because there are challenges all month long, and a lot of them are so much fun. Some of them are the same. There's always a Scrap Lift Sunday challenge, always sketch challenges, always a color challenge, but then every month there are other fun challenges that you can participate in. So definitely check that out. I'll have that linked below. And like I said, make sure you're following me on social media so you never miss out on more scrappy fun, scrappy goodness. And click subscribe below so you can see more scrapbook process videos, scrapbook haul videos, and just stay up to date on all the fun stuff that's going on in the scrapbooking world. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Let's get back to creating. Happy scrapping.